The future home of Super Bowl 56. There's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Tonight we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Jones. This is caught. It's Woods. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know they're going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working. I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. And it's caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chargers, nothing.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big game that time for the Chargers. The big plays have been somewhat absent for him in recent weeks, but here's one for his first catch of the game.
Yeah, we've heard the grumblings that he feels like he's not getting the ball enough, not getting a chance to make big plays, the ones that he's capable of making. Well, how about that? A big play early. Maybe that'll get him re-energized, and he'll look to make more of those as this game goes on.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
Bring it!
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Chargers, nothing.
Second down and 8. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all them calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. after the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Tighten down. There you go. Back.
This is a counter play. Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 21.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey, slip.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. So don't say nothing.
This is Barkley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Second down and 4. From the gun, Jones. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up second and 2.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's third and short. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
He gets it complete to Harris. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And Herbert, his third interception. It's Connor Duggar who picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. but they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They hand this off to Harris. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. On the return from his and deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Patriots 31, Chargers 3. Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
At the the 2-yard line.
Hey, we gotta get to that mic over there. What we got? What we got? What we got? Nine's the mic. Nine's the mic. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Harris. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more.
Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield, punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
You must be getting tired of seeing. Check Bobcat.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
A first down carry for Barkley. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 54 yards on the ground for him so far.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Check. Fresno. 60 Eagles.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Pats will take over here just shy of the 30. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They run with Harris. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is Harris. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now Jones to throw on third down. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Now a first down carry for Harris. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, Harris. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Running on first down, Eckler. And still fighting. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You better bring it. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Go. Bang, 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 bang.
Here's Herbert. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey, watch the slant.
Now it's Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Baby, that's a baby shot. Mike 36. Mike 36. Rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit, rabbit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Pats, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll have another